What are those? They are that when you're making dua, to look up into the sky, to indicate as though Allah is only in the skies. Allah is not only in the skies, right? So this is makruh in making dua, right? Then you're making dua as though you are आप ज़बरदस्ती कर रहे हो. अल्लाह से आप ज़बरदस्ती नहीं करवा सकते. आप मुझे दें वरना, there's no warna with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Give me this if otherwise, there's no otherwise. You can't dictate things to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Or to ask dua which constrains the rahmat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like, for example, a sahabi once made the dua that, oh Allah, forgive me and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and other than the two of us, don't forgive anyone else. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that, you have literally constrained the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is very wide. Don't do that. Allah does not like that. His rahmat be constrained. Another thing to keep in mind when making du'as is that at times we make dua and the opposite of that happens. For example, there's a person who is making dua that, Ya Allah, let me be cured, I want to be ill, let me be cured, Ya Allah, shifa ata farma de. And he ends up going into a surgery. And now that surgery, the post-recovery period of it is extremely painful, and he has to go through a lot of hardship. And he's thinking that, Ya Allah, I wanted to be cured and you have made me go through so much hardship. But the thing is that Allah knew that his recovery he had to go through a process for him to be recovered. We are making dua that, Ya Allah, I have these family issues, let them be resolved, And things starting opening up in a manner which are totally contrary to the way we wanted them to go. And we are thinking that, oh, I didn't want this, I was asking for things to be right. But Allah knows what is good for you. So going back to when we have this good opinion of Allah, even if things are turning out contrary to what you expected them to be, because you made dua to Allah, Allah knows that what will be the good thing for you. And at times He makes you go through things, the outcome of which would be what you were wanting, but the process of it would be against your will or your desire. Then at times we make dua which we think is very, very good for us. This is exactly what I need, and this is, agar mujhe ye na mili to main bilkul hi tabah ho jaunga. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala still does not give. Although we are not doing anything wrong, we have rizq halal, we are not going overboard, we are not asking for any urgent service, we are not sinning, we are not breaking any ties, but yet the dua is not accepted. The reason for that could be that if your child is saying that, give me the knife, and now he's crying and he's crying and he's crying, mujhe churi chahiye, mujhe churi chahiye, mujhe churi chahiye, yeah, allow me to put my finger into that electric switch. No matter how much he cries, no matter how much he wants that thing, no matter how desperate he is, we will still not allow that to happen. Why? Because we know that this is not good for him. This is something that can harm him, hurt him, cause him more trouble than that temporary pleasure that he is looking for. So we hold him back. So at times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also holds things back, because He knows that what are the things that are good for us and what are the things that are not good for us.